Man, what a hell of a show that was. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. It's Hitman Cause, and welcome to your official review for Backlash in France. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the humble man, Gary. Gary, welcome to the contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man? Cause Painting, what's good?
Ain't nothing, man. Yo, I don't know what's crazier, the show or the fans.
Oh yeah, man, that's a fact.
Now, before we get into this, there's something I really got to get off my chest, and that's something somebody said on social media, and I think that WWE should definitely consider this. And that's, I think every premium live event moving forward should be in another country.
Oh yeah.
Just because after what happened last year in Puerto Rico and what happened just recently in France, those crowds are lit. And if we were to have that going forward for every pay-per-view, I mean premium live event, man, like, it'd be crazy.
Oh, right.
And also another thing I gotta get off my chest: to all the Crayon eaters that keep complaining about the crowds and all the chanting and singing that they were doing at the show and last year, you guys gotta understand that a majority of not just WWE but other companies' pay-per-views and special shows are done in America. So
Exactly.
So when they decide to have a show outside of the U.S., it's a very big deal. And with the fans that are worldwide, a lot of them, just like us, would kill for a chance to have a pay-per-view be in their neck of the woods. So for an opportunity, like this, it's for most people, just like when it comes to anybody in the U.S. attending our show, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. But the thing is, it's a lot more rare for them. So given the rarity of the situation, if anybody's given a rare opportunity at something, chances are they're gonna make the most of it. And when you make the most of it, you gotta have as much fun as you possibly can.
Exactly.
So that's how it is.
That's correct. That's for real.
And then also one last thing before we get into the pay-per-view. I know I'm stalling, but I'm sorry, but it's just a few things I wanted to get off my chest, and this is the last one, and this was a little heartbreaking for me. That's the fact that Baron Corbin did not show up, and if you guys paid attention to what I said during the predictions, you'll know why I'm saying this. But
right.
But there's always next time.
Correct.
Anyways, on to the pay-per-view. To start things off, it was Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline. Now, the entrances alone were crazy enough because first off, you had KO just he was just getting emotional, taking in the fans, and what's not to love about that, you just taking everything in. But the real craziness happened during Randy Orton's entrance. Yo, shout out to France once again, y'all were turning up. Y'all was singing Orton's theme, bar for bar, word for word, man. And I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it now. that, in my opinion, you've truly reached immortality as a legend when a crowd sings your theme.
Exactly. For real.
Because, I mean, freaking, the crowd did it in AEW with Chris Jericho and Judas. Back in ECW, the crowd did it with Sandman, with Enter Sandman. Like, it's crazy.
That's for real.
Now, there was, I guess, a little craziness when it came to the Bloodlines entrance, but the only craziness, I guess, if you want to consider that, is that they were chanting, "We want Roman."
Oh yeah.
But in my opinion, and this is for fans of the Bloodline. In my opinion, y'all need to be patient, because I guarantee that with Solo leading the Bloodline right now, I think everything's gonna be all right. I mean, I can't speak for how Paul Heyman is. He's gonna be on edge, moving forward, because they keep trying to abuse him. But other than that, the Bloodline's gonna be all right. Yeah, I guarantee that you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Most definitely. I want my boy Roman back too. Honestly, my boy Solo. And this whole thing, what's going on, I love it too, yo. This whole Bloodline storyline, oh my god.
Oh, and also, before I continue, so someone else pointed out something on Twitter that I think should have happened, and that was after Solo Sikoa beat John Cena at, I think, Elimination Chamber, was it? In Saudi Arabia? Well,
right, yeah, correct.
Yeah, after Solo beat Cena, they should have put him on a massive undefeated streak. Like, up until now, they should have had him on an undefeated streak.
That's a fact.
Because after he beat Cena, they basically made his win over Cena meaningless.
Yeah, that's right.
But
that's right.
Yeah. But anyways, on to the match. Before we get even further sidetracked, well, before the match, freaking, it turns into a wild ass brawl, a freaking melee, like they're tearing each other apart before the bell even rings, yo.
Oh yeah.
And then it even gets to the point where freaking security's trying to step in to split them up, but that's not even working. KO stunning the security and shit. It's wild.
Yeah.
And then ever to save the day, because he's been cooking so far as general manager, that man Nick Aldis pops out and does the right thing and turns this tag match into a street fight.
Oh yeah. Yes. I said it that same day too. I was like, yo, let me tell you something. I think what's gonna happen is that it's gonna turn into a street fight. And it fucking did.
Good shit. Yeah. Now,
my boy.
Now, once the bell rang, they were already tearing each other apart, like, into the crowd. And I gotta give WWE kudos for this, because this is something they should have been doing a long time ago when it comes to a tornado tag match that goes outside the ring. If the action is in two different places, have the split screen action going on, so we don't miss any good spots anywhere, instead of just switching from one camera to the other. So they had a split screen going on, so we catch both actions. So that was dope.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
To which Tama Tonga and Kevin Owens were fighting around the announce table and on it, and then Orton and Solo Sikoa were fighting through the crowd.
Right.
Then
that was crazy.
Then a bit of funny moment happened where KO knocked over the prime stand or whatever, and then he took the sign and spit on it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's crazy.
then I don't know how they did this, but the Bloodline was somehow able to isolate Kevin Owens temporarily and jump him, and Orton didn't even know it. Like Orton was looking for them. I don't know how they did it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
But eventually Orton did find them, and they got their offense back in, and then Kevin Owens then threw Tama Tonga back to ringside, and then hit him with a frog splash, leaping off the barricade.
All right.
Then
That was fucking crazy, bro. Part of my language.
man, get real. I don't care about your language.
Alright, man. Facts. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah. Then Orton hits those back suplexes that he does on the announce table. Hits Tama Tonga with onto both of the announce tables with them. Then Orton popped Tama Tonga upside the head with a trash can. And I'm surprised there were even headshots. Period. You know, just because you know they were trying to ban that and find anybody who did it.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, then there was a bit of proper wood set out to which KO connected with a frog splash onto Tama Tonga through a table. But Solo Sikoa was able to catch Orton with a Samoan drop through a table.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Then Tama Tonga starts wilding on KO, and then the Bloodline somehow was able to get to double teaming again.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's crazy.
Then a table was set up in the corner, and while it was in the corner, at first Solo tried to throw KO through it, but then KO reversed it and then threw him through it instead. Then
Alright.
Then Orton started to turn up, hit his comeback. And then he hit an RKO on Tama Tonga. However, Solo was able to break up the pinfall before anything else. Then Solo tried to hit a Samoan spike on top of the announce table, but Orton, I really don't agree with this spot for him. But hey, but he blocked the Samoan spike and then hit Solo with the RKO onto the table. Now I don't agree with the spot because you could clearly see that he was in a lot of pain upon connecting the move. And we all know, the problems Orton has with his back.
Exactly.
So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so that got me a little nervous.
Word, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, God, forgot me nervous too, yo.
Yeah. Anyways, afterwards, KO then gets a chair and starts lighting up Tama Tonga, and then he sets the chairs up on some like reverse musical chair shit, and then he gets to the top rope, and then I don't know how many times people gotta fall for this before they learn to never follow KO to the top rope, because it's never gonna end well.
Exactly.
But anyways, again, KO was at the top turnbuckle. Tama Tonga made the big mistake of following him up there, and what happens as per usual, because like I said, it never ends well. KO then hooks him up and hits him with a super fisherman's buster through the chairs.
Oh yeah.
And at this point, one would think it was over. Ref counted 1, 2, then the pin was broken up. But it wasn't. But to everybody who thought it was gonna be Jacob Fatu, and I even thought it was gonna be him, we were all wrong because the pin was broken up by Tangaloa.
Oh yeah.
So first off, the bloodline itself has gained a new member, but now officially the Gorillas of Destiny are now in WWE. And also, for those of y'all longtime fans, if you recognize Tangaloa, he used to be Camacho, Unico's bodyguard back when Sin Cara got unmasked. The big dude that always hung around Unico, that dude Camacho, that is Tangaloa.
Right.
But in any case, afterwards, Tangaloa then picks up the steel steps and pops both Orton and KO with them. To which then Solo hits the spinning Solo through a chair onto KO. Then he hits him with the Samoan Spike for the win. Now, before I comment any further on the match, I gotta say, Tama Tonga's back was looking gnarly, man. Those Singapore cane shots that I forgot to mention, freaking left some nasty ass welts on his back.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit was gnarly.
Oh wow.
But yeah, this match was great. And I definitely enjoyed it. And I tell you what, because of all the predictions and the predictions that we gave, I was genuinely happy of us being swerved that instead of Jacob Fatu being the one that broke up the pin, it was Tangaloa. And
oh yeah, right.
And I should have known that it was only a matter of time before Tangaloa was gonna join, because Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, they're brothers, and ever since he stopped being Camacho and went to New Japan to join him, they're inseparable, and they had to be together.
Right.
So the bloodline has once again grown stronger. They have a new member. Go ahead, go and speak your piece there, humble man. If you have anything else to add.
Yo, son, the bloodline storyline. Oh my god. And yeah, I thought it was gonna be Jacob Fatu, but this whole bloodline storyline is getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord.
But yo, I'll tell you what. I had a thought. What if Jacob Fatu does join WWE, but he doesn't join the bloodline, and instead he fights against the bloodline?
Exactly.
That could be crazy. That could be even crazier.
Facts.
But in any case, moving on. It's now time for the triple threat match for the women's title. Bayley defending against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton, and it's crazy that despite being a heel, no matter where she goes, it seems that everybody feels that it's Tiffy time, because during her entrance, despite being a heel, Tiffany got cheered, and hell, there was even people chanting Tiffy time. So honestly, in my opinion, I think that's just a credit to Tiffany Stratton and and how quickly she's rising through the ranks, and how much better she's getting in such a short amount of time.
Right.
And then of course when it comes to Bailey, once again they're singing that song about her. I don't know how it started. I don't know where it started, but yeah, they were singing that. They were singing that song. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, on to the match. You know, they started to get things cracking by trying to catch each other with quick pinfall attempts, reversing each other's pinfalls, the whole 9 yards. Looking real dope on some amateur wrestling shit.
Right.
Then there was a moment where Tiffany did her usual multiple back handsprings into a splash, but instead this time what happened was that Bailey actually caught her and then attempted to hit her with a German suplex, but then Tiffany did a cartwheel out of it and hit Bailey with an Alabama slam. I thought that was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Then while fighting Naomi on the outside, she unfortunately got a little too cocky and got hit with a suicide dive from Bailey.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Then there came a moment where Naomi hit a split leg of moonsault on Tiffany, but that wasn't enough. Then Naomi decided to take a page out of KO's book and hit a blockbuster off the barricade onto Tiffany Stratton. Then,
right, that's crazy.
Then it was dope. Then it was a dope ass move where in the ring, Naomi locks in Afterglow, that submission move that she has, onto Tiffany Stratton. But while the move is locked in, Bailey gets to the top rope and hits them both with an elbow drop. Yeah.
Right.
Then a little bit later, Bailey hits the Bailey to belly onto Tiffany, but Tiffany does kick out.
Exactly.
And Tiffany still had a little something left, in which she hit the Alabama slam onto Bailey on the announce table. Then she did the same thing to Naomi. And then she attempted to hit the prettiest moonsault ever onto both of them in the ring, like how she was doing on SmackDown the past 2 weeks. However, she missed, and then Naomi, along with Bailey, decided to take a page out of her husband's playbook, and they hit the 1D.
Oh yeah.
But I tell you what, the way the match ended really caught me off by surprise, because first Naomi tried to go for a pin, and then Bailey kicked out, but then Bailey reversed it, and then there was the 3 there.
Right.
Oh man, the way she won like that was extremely surprising. But I will say it felt very anticlimactic to win like that.
Oh yeah.
But you know, a successful title defense is a successful title defense. You know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Congrats to Bailey.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that Bailey won. It's just, you know, it's just the way she won. It just didn't feel good. It didn't have the end of the match feel, you know, that even a roll up at a certain spot would feel like. It was the kind of unexpected where like you're surprised it happened, and you don't feel satisfied that it happened that way.
You're right.
But hey, you know, it is what it is.
That's a fact.
Moving on. It's time for the world title match. Jey Uso challenging Damian Priest. Now, a little something very interesting that happened before the match was that while Jey Uso was backstage, the Bloodline walked past him. And, you know, they were glaring at each other. But there was something that was so interesting that I paid attention to. And I was, Paul Heyman looked at Jey Uso. And
yes, right.
And he shook his head. And I know what some of y'all might be thinking, but he wasn't looking at him like he was like it was like I wish you never turned on us kind of thing or something like that. It was more of you were right kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And honestly, I gotta give it to once again Paul Heyman for the emotion that he put out. You know, because he looked like he was on the verge of crying.
Yeah, he was.
But again, I know so badly he wanted to say that instead of Jay, you were right. But
exactly.
But he's too loyal to Roman to admit it. But actually, speaking of Roman, bit of funny thing, Paul accidentally said too much on SmackDown, in which he admitted that he hadn't spoken to Roman since WrestleMania.
Right.
So I'll admit that definitely threw me off.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
But anyways, on with Jay and Damian. First off, once again the crowd is turning up. And more specifically, they getting their yeet on with Jay. He's walking through the crowd, man. He's going through the crowd and they getting their yeet on, turning up, man.
Oh yeah, man, facts.
And don't get me wrong, it's always gonna be no yeet, but I still got love for Jey Uso. So I was getting my yeet on. Well, you gotta get your yeet on. So, and not only that, I couldn't help but notice that the Fireflies came out. Rest up to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, man, facts.
You know, the Fireflies came out to play during Jay's entrance.
Right.
But yo, I wish Pat McAfee was there so he could get his yeet on with all of them. He would have fit in perfectly.
Word. That's a fact, man.
Anyways, and then on to Damian Priest's entrance. I couldn't help but notice with Damian's attire, if you were looking closely, I think he was wearing Jay's.
Word.
Yeah. Because I got caught off guard by seeing him, because I know wrestlers wear sneakers under their kick pads. Well, some of them do. And then,
right.
And I was recognizing the pattern on Damian's sneakers, and I kept thinking, are those J's? And then,
right.
And then I finally saw the Jordan logo. I'm like, yeah, those are definitely J's.
That's what's up, yo. Because he always rocking Air Force Ones.
No. I said Damian, not Jay.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Damian. That's a fact. Yeah. Oh yeah, Damian be rocking J's. He currently got a pair of Jordans that I got too, with the new 12. Came out months ago. It's purple and black Jordan 12s.
Well, he was wearing
those are them, right?
No. He was wearing some black and red ones.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm trying to see which ones are those, but yeah, he be rocking Jordans a lot.
Yeah. and as far as Jay, you know, he's always rocking Air Force Ones. You know, that's his thing. Well, actually, that's him. That's him and Jimmy's thing.
Oh, well, that's crazy. That's a fact. The Air Force Ones, right?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Anyways, on to the match. Even after the bell rings, you know, Jay is still having the crowd get their yeet on. You know, I was loving that. Then they had a lot of nice back and forth action. Then, you know, Damian was able to slow it down a bit. You know, really not much to speak of during that moment. But then there was a time that made things interesting, in which JD McDonough came down, and the ref had his back to him for like a split second, which allowed JD to hit Jay Uso while the ref had his back turned. But Damian Priest wasn't happy with this, because he began to argue with JD. Because if y'all remember, he told the Judgment Day, and he reiterated that he did not need them to help and when it comes to retaining the title.
Right.
But anyways, afterwards, Jey Uso then kicks McDonough, and then he hits the Uso splash onto Damian Priest, but there's a kick out. Then Damian Priest hits Razor's Edge, but there's also another kick out. And also, I know I'm sidetracking again, but for all your crazy crown eaters that keep bitching about Damian Priest using Razor's Edge, shut the fuck up. Because it's obviously that y'all niggas are casuals. Because if you weren't casuals, you'd know that freaking that he got permission from Scott Hall to use Razor's Edge. He literally asked Scott for permission long before he passed.
Right.
Anyways.
Exactly.
Later on, Priest then hit attempts South of Heaven, but Jay counters out of it and spears him. Then he readies Damian for a second spear, but then Finn Balor comes up, and then he pops up on the apron, but Jay kicks him. But then Damian then catches him off guard, hits him with South of Heaven, but there's a kick out. Then Jay spears Damian, hits the Uso splash. However, before the ref can hit 3, JD that puts Damian's foot on the rope to stop the break up the pin. But yo, the crowd was pissed after this. Yo, the crowd was chanting, "Fuck you, JD." Oh,
yeah, it was.
That crowd was pissed at him.
For real.
But anyways, after that, Uso then hits JD with a suicide dive. Then he spears Finn, but then that left him wide open to get hit with a South of Heaven from the top turnbuckle for the win. And Damian Priest is still world champion, but then while he's celebrating, Finn and JD are attacking Jey Uso, but then Damian stops them and even attacks them a bit. And then they're arguing and whatnot. And you know, Damian once again is trying to reiterate that he doesn't need their help. And you know, was getting real nasty.
Correct.
And honestly, I hope this isn't the end of the Judgment Day, because I love this stable too much. Plus, freaking, it wouldn't be fair since Rhea and Dama are injured right now.
Right. Exactly.
But I know that, and I know that Damian keeps wanting to prove that he doesn't need the Judgment Day to retain the title, but in that case, he definitely did. Because there were definitely moments in that match where Jay was gonna win, but both JD and Finn saved the match.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But
That's right.
we'll probably cross that bridge on Raw tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on, we have the Kabuki Warriors defending the women's tag titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Oh yes.
Now, this match was it was dope. Jade was getting things cracking, hitting 2 straight tilt-a-whirl backbreakers on Kairi Sane. And then her and Bianca hit a nice looking double team move on the Kairi.
Right, that's correct.
But the Kabuki Warriors did gain the upper hand for a bit when Asuka kicked Bianca outside the ring, and then Kairi hit a nice looking crossbody.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Then there was a moment where Asuka attempted to suplex Bianca, but Bianca reversed it. Then so then the Kabuki Warriors were doing their best to isolate Bianca Belair, but eventually she did create enough space to get a tag. However, before she got a chance to, Kairi knocked Jade off the apron. Then the Kabuki Warriors attempted their tag finisher, where Asuka holds the opponent in place, where Kairi hits the insane elbow, but Bianca counters out of it. Then Jade gets tagged in finally. She hits a double crossbody, taking both of them out. Then she hit a well-placed choke slam on Kairi. But then the Kabuki Warriors locked in arm bars on both Jade and Bianca. However, they used their immense power to lift them both up to slam them to the ground. Then Bianca and Jade hit Kairi with a pretty dope looking face buster German suplex combo. Then towards the end, Jade gets thrown into the steel steps, and then Kairi hits the insane elbow onto Bianca, but Jade was able to break it up just in time. And then this next moment was absolutely amazing, where Kairi tried to hit Jade with something like a Hurricanrana or Senton. But when she tried to go down for the Hurricanrana, she got freaking Jade caught her, lifted her up, spun her around, and then hit her with that chicken wing slam she calls Jaded. And then Bianca Belair then hit Asuka with the KOD for the win, and Black Excellence rises even further, if that was even possible. We have new women's tag team champions in Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah.
This was absolutely wonderful. But before I praise them any further, I can't front. This match did get very, very clunky towards the end. Because
that's correct.
Because there was a moment where Kairi tried to pin Bianca, but the ref wouldn't allow it, saying that Kairi wasn't legal, even though she was. And then when it came to Bianca pinning Asuka, that part confused me, because last I checked, Jade was still the legal woman. So it had me thinking that pin shouldn't have counted.
Right.
You know,
I ain't gonna hold you.
but you know, who knows? Maybe they might address it on Raw. And then if they don't, then hey, you know, what happened happened.
That's a fact.
But still, congrats to Jade and to Bianca on winning the tag titles. Very great. And also, anybody bitching about Jade winning a title in her third match, spare me, because there have been quite a few wrestlers that have won titles on that first night. So shut the fuck up. Because obviously y'all fucking Crown Eaters forgot when Santino Morello won the IC title on his first night, or when Paige won the Divas title on her first night, or when Gail Kim won the women's title on her first night. So again, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, and also when Carlito won the U.S. title on his first night. So again, y'all Crown Eaters, shut the fuck up and sit down.
Right.
Anyways, it's now main event time. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title. Now there was something that was pointed out about AJ's attire, is that apparently the colors he was wearing were the same colors he wore where apparently he fought Dusty Rhodes back in the NWA, which I didn't even know happened. Like I know that AJ's won the NWA World Title, but I never knew that he actually faced Dusty.
Right.
But also, there was something that I noticed in particular. See, me, I'm a real stickler when it comes to wrestling attires, and what really pointed out to me that stuck out like a sore thumb was that the purple on AJ's gloves didn't match the purple on the rest of his attire.
Right.
So that really annoyed me.
That's crazy.
Then, of course, the crowd once again was being the crowd, and they were singing something to AJ Styles. I have no idea what they were singing.
Right, it's facts. I didn't know what the hell they were saying either.
Yeah, but anyways, you know, and then of course, you know, as usual, but this is nothing new. They do this in America. They were singing Cody Rhodes' theme, but here's where it was different. Where after his song faded out, the crowd continued to sing Cody's theme. So
right.
So honestly, so that was giving me Judas vibes in AEW.
Right.
Anyways, on to the match. You know, back during their promo on SmackDown, AJ made a reference to Cody's past as Stardust, to which Cody actually acknowledged it because he did a cartwheel and did the thing when he did as Stardust where he put his hands in front of his face to show the star on his gloves.
Right. Crazy, son.
Only difference is he didn't flip AJ off.
All right.
Then Cody actually hit him with a pretty dope-looking stalling suplex drop. I can only call it a suplex drop because I don't know what else to call it. But he was stalling, but he had him stalling in the air pretty good, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Then AJ began to work Cody's arm, and honestly, I could only wonder why. Then there came a bit of a funny moment outside the ring, where AJ was near the French announce table, and the French commentators, they were begging AJ not to mess with the table, but Cody didn't listen.
Oh yeah, that's right, man.
and he wrecked the announce table anyways. And I gotta say something when it comes to the announce tables. You know, I understand, there really needs advertisement to generate revenue. But why would you, like, I'm getting sick of them doing this, having drinks in front of them but not drinking. I understand you're doing that for promotion, but it's still, at least drink them.
Exactly.
And it's pretty fitting that it was Prime, because I actually had some Prime earlier today. Very delicious.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to
Very
Logan.
good, bro.
Shout out to Logan Paul. You're a great wrestler, charismatic as hell, great on the mic, and you make a dope ass energy drink. What can't you do, brother?
Word.
Anyways, on to the match. AJ then throws Cody off the top turnbuckle, and then later on he attempts a springboard moonsault. I would call it something else, but it's only called that with Jericho, and you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, he does a springboard moonsault. However, Cody gets his knees up, and then Cody hits him with the disaster kick. But there's a kick out. Then Cody attempts to hit a suplex onto the apron on AJ Styles. However, AJ actually reverses it and turns it into a brain buster. Then there comes a moment where AJ attempts to hit a Hurricanrana, but Cody counters and hits him with a powerbomb through the announce table.
Oh, word, yeah, that was crazy.
Then there's a double down as they both kick each other. Then Cody attempts to hit the Cody cutter. However, AJ counters, but then Cody counters AJ's counter.
Yeah, for real.
Then even crazier than that was then AJ hit the burning hammer, but Cody kicked out at 1.
Right.
It's almost as if the burning hammer, one could argue, fired him up.
Oh yeah.
Then he attempts to hit Crossroads, but AJ fights out of it and hits him with the Pele. Then AJ attempts to hit the Phenomenal Forearm. However, Cody counters it, and he actually takes a page out of Brock Lesnar's playbook and locks in the Kimura. But AJ eventually does break out of it, and then he attempts to hit Styles Clash later on towards the end. But Cody counters out of it, attempts to hit Crossroads, but AJ counters out of that. Then Cody leaps off the top rope, hits a top rope Cody cutter, and then hits the Crossroads for the win. And Cody is still your undisputed WWE champion. That was definitely a great match. And the only thing greater than the match was, again, the crowd. Shout out to France. You guys really turned up for this.
That's a fact, man. It did.
And there was one thing I noticed in every single match that after whenever there was a pin attempt and they kicked out of 3. I mean, and they kicked out at 2. The crowd would say something. And then they'd start a chant with the 5 clapping, with the 5 claps.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out, I wound up finding out that they were saying in French, almost. They were saying almost 2, or that was almost it, something like that. but yeah, this pay per view was pretty dope. The crowd definitely showed out for this, and helped made the whole overall experience of the event that much greater.
That's a big fact, yo. The way the crowd of France was going off, Jesus God, yo. My Jamaican accent, cause Jamaica my background, Jesus God, boy, what?
Yeah, man. And you know, and the action inside the ring definitely helped live up to the hype.
Right.
So that's gonna do it for this episode. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boy. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as always, for coming through and kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Yes, sir. You already know, of course. You already know, of course, my man, Cos Payton. You already know. We'll be right here, right back with y'all in a few weeks for the predictions for the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah. So with that being said, y'all enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.